All right, let's jump into it. The first order of business is to create a list of all the contractors, vendors, or service providers that are going to be delivering the service to the end user. There's a ton of different ways to go about this. Probably the most efficient way to create your list is to use a scraper. I ended up going with Outscraper that also has a scraper for getting listings off of Google Maps. What I like about this particular tool is that you can append data to the results that it pulls. So for example, you can append email addresses, social media, phone numbers, legal names, and so on. So the output will look something like this. A ton of columns with a bunch of rows. This is a bit of an overkill, so what I've done is I created another tab, and then within here, I brought in a query function so that I can just pull in the columns of data that I need, along with the rows that are pertinent to the information that I want to pull in. This makes managing the data a lot more simple because now I'm just pulling in the columns of data that I'm actually going to be using with Typebot. One other thing that I want to touch on is that with this particular typebot, I'm telling the user that I'm going to help them find or get quotes from top rated vendors, contractors, or service providers, right? By the way, if you're finding this video helpful so far, please consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel. So to do that, within this query function, I'm sorting by reviews and then by rating to then surface up the highest quality companies. And this data is coming from Google Maps. Something that we'll need to consider is how to update the reviews and ratings so we have the most up-to-date information. I'll show you how I take care of that in a future video. But for now, we have the columns and rows of data that we need for our typebot. And when a user starts a typebot and asks to put in their zip code, we'll be able to determine if we actually have a service provider for the zip code that they entered. Or on the other hand, if they enter a zip code where we don't have service, then we're going to respond with, we don't have a service in the area yet, but I can add it. I'll go into more details in a future video, but for now, our next step is to take this Google Sheet data and import it over to Typebot. So to make this happen, we're going to be using the API block in Typebot along with the Google Sheets API. I'll be showing you how to set up your Google Sheets API using the Google Cloud Console in the next video.